What I'm about to say is going to sound a bit harsh. What I'm about to say is going to sound slightly jaded, but I'm just going to be honest with you guys. This will most likely be the last video doing this donation series. Actually, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Anyways, I've heard of a school here in the Ekamai district of Bangkok, which is turning into a COVID isolation/treatment center. And I've heard that they needed funds for some permanent solutions. When I heard the words permanent solutions, I was like, ooh, sign me up. Now, what are these permanent solutions? Well, let's find out. Back here again, still stuck here in Bangkok. But even though we're stuck over here in Bangkok, let's try to do some good. We're over here in over in the Ekamai area here in Bangkok, over at this temple. And this temple also houses schools. Nobody's going to school right now. They've repurposed that school into a isolation center / field hospital for a lot of growing COVID patients, of course. And right behind me is not only lovely Matthias, but we've also have a nurses' quarters over here. So then all the nurses that are treating COVID patients, they can come here and, just rest up, take breaks in between their tough job. But right in front of me is constructions of the nurses' quarters. Obviously, it's far from being finished.
So the isolation center will have some nurses supporting them, and this is the room where the nurses can take a rest. Just took out 4 beds, we'll bring them in again, we'll make it all new and shiny and a bit cozy, so they have a nice place. We'll replace the aircon. They have a nice place to get some rest before they go back to the infected.
Gotcha. A couple of things that they're planning on doing around here is that I think they're planning on building 4 or 5 beds in this particular room. They need some AC installed. I think this one is working okay. There's a pesky little aircon that needs to be replaced. I think they've been wanting to replace this aircon for the past 8 years, but unfortunately they couldn't get enough budgeting because Thailand, that's why.
Last inspection on that aircon was 1995.
Wow. I was still in grade school by then.
Years.
That is insane. Yeah, they really need to replace this aircon. And then they're also, and over in this room out here, planning on installing another AC. Yo, those things they're not cheap. Pretty pricey. Matthias, what are some other things besides the beds over here in this room and the aircon?
Other things which have to be replaced?
Yeah, that need to be replaced.
Here,
the tiles.
The broken tiles here will be replaced. There's a lot of paint and other things. The curtains, for example, we buy a new fridge, so there are several things.
Curtains, tiles, fridge.
Yeah. So
all around a ton of things that need to be replaced, repurposed. A lot of shit. Guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to be donating the remaining supply of the donation money that you guys gave, plus some money that I've put into this nurses' quarter. This is definitely more continuing the narrative that I'm keeping to push for more permanent solutions to help the support staff, the support system, especially these nurses that can live in more improved living quarters with aircon, everything they need while they're out here treating recovering COVID patients, or ones that are still stricken. I don't know. What I'm about to say is going to sound a bit harsh. What I'm about to say is going to sound slightly jaded, but I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Pretty much with everything that's going on, pretty numb to everything. The stuff that's happened since 2019. I mean, if somebody has COVID, I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. They may potentially die. That's unfortunate. Sucks. Pretty numb to all of it. Pretty jaded. Somebody gets it, somebody dies. We've been dealing with this thing for the past 2 years. It's life. Whatever, man. Whatever. You know, the only thing you can really do is do your best, help people out as much as you can. You know, try to keep your mental health intact. You know, try not to get, you know, keep your head on a swivel during the entire time and keep pressing on. Fuck it, it'll be alright. It always ends up being alright. You know, there's always this ongoing idealistic narrative of let's end world hunger or endless wars. You know, well, guess what happens now? Afghanistan's being taken over. COVID is still ravaging. You know, all these idealistic narratives of, oh hey, everything can be saved and cured and we can live in this fun, happy utopia. Well, that's not the way it works, boys and girls. Bad shit is always going to be happening. Bad shit is always going to happen since the beginning of time, since the end of time, and it will continue to happen. But at the same time, good shit happens as well too. So there needs to be an equal balance between the bad shit and the good shit. So if bad shit happens, we all just need to toughen the fuck up, build thick skin, and keep doing good. See, looking through here, it's part of the project. We're gonna get rid of the tiles. Look at how ugly they look. Good thing we're gonna get rid of them. Make this nurse's quarter look somewhat pleasant. This thing over here, a giant eyesore. Yeah, we're getting rid of this. Now what we have here, this massive amount of moolah, Thai baht, cash money, this is a grand total of 50,500 Thai baht. Now all this money is going towards renovating, replacing all the tiles in the nurses' quarters, as well as installing air conditioning, taking out the old AC and replacing it with a brand new AC for the nurses' quarters. An AC that was last inspected since 1995. And they haven't had the budget or the funds to replace that AC. That is absolutely fucking insane that they have had that aircon since 1995. I was in grade school by that time. It's crazy. So all this money is going towards the nurses' quarters so that they can feel comfortable, relaxed. They're able to recuperate after their shift of helping recovering COVID patients. And like I said previously in my previous videos, you guys are awesome. You guys are rock stars because of my subscribers. You know, reading all the comments that you guys put down, you guys are wonderful people and have made me into a less of an asshole type of person. I've become less cynical and I've become a little bit nicer, but I'm still pretty damn grumpy. But you guys help me bounce my grumpiness from being so fucking grumpy until being less grumpy. Because you guys are nice people. You guys are nice, genuine people. My community, my subs, you guys are honestly way better people than I am. So I could definitely learn a thing or two from you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are cool. But yeah. Another permanent solution, replacing the tiles, taking out the old AC, installing a brand new AC for the nurses to feel comfortable, for the frontline workers while they're going at it, taking care of COVID patients, being a part of the action. So all we can really do is show them our support. Thank you guys.